Hey there, hi there, hello there, internet dwellers. My name is OrangeLightning, and welcome to another GameCast First Impressions. This video is also brought to you in conjunction with earlyaccessgaming.net, a website dedicated to coverage and reviews on brand new, in development and early access indie games. So today, I will be talking about Hello Neighbour, a stealth horror game centered around being a nosy neighbour desperate to know what is occurring in the house across the street. Created by developer Dynamic Pixels. This game is still in development currently, so I'll be taking a first look at the second alpha demo and chatting to you guys about what I think thus far. So straight to the point, let's dive into the gameplay. I went into this demo not really knowing anything about Hello Neighbour, and I was very pleased to learn pretty quickly that the controls are super simple and easy to understand. I did struggle a little bit with the controller format. It wasn't to my taste, so I switched quite quickly to mouse and keyboard. But other than movement and a button for interaction, there's not really much else to it. So in this demo, you're given a brief look at the story before thrown straight into the action, and you get to play everyone's favourite role of a nosy neighbour, brimming with curiosity and desperate to know what is happening in the house across the street. So the premise is simple, you need to get in there, but you don't want to get caught by our neighbour friend here, because if you do, well, you'll find yourself on your butt in the middle of the street. The really cool thing so far though is that so many objects you're able to interact with. I had great fun pacing around the perimeter of the building with a basketball in my hand looking for windows to smash. Totally healthy, you know, because something the developers really wanted to bring across in this game was how the AI learns from you and what you do. So if you do choose to go straight in the front door, after one or two instances of being thrown back out again, you'll find Mr. Neighbour will be standing at the front door waiting for you, which is pretty dang creepy when you can see him through the crack in the door. It was really inventive to force the player into looking for other methods, other ways to get in, different hints and tricks to use, ways to distract him, and of course the traditional horror type mechanic of hiding when he should come close. Also, something I wanted to point out is that objects don't reset after you get chucked out of the house. Whether this stays in the main game, I can't say, but in this version it was really cool because if I had picked up something that I didn't want to get rid of, I'd still have it in my inventory. Plus, if I'd managed to glitch a lawnmower into the door, it was still there. Apparently he doesn't care if a lawnmower breaks and enters, but me, that's a problem. So jumping over to the narrative, we don't get much in this demo, but there is definitely a little helping to get you interested and to again force that curiosity to bubble until it is overflowing and like a cat you find yourself sneaking through that red door. So new to the neighbourhood, you drive up to your new house and you are moving in. You've got some boxes you want to unload. For some reason the door is a bit boarded up. I don't know about everyone else, but to me, for moving in, that's a little bit of a weird sign, but okay, we'll go past it. So breaking the boards off the door, you walk into the house, take a seat, get a load off, and holy crap, who's this guy? Oh, and he's knocked you out, and now you're outside, and he's shutting the door in your face. Great. But it doesn't end there. There is a scream and some sounds, potentially a woman, a child, not quite sure, and through the window you can see him bolting a door up. So now you, as the player, nosy neighbour, whatever you want to be, have to get in there and get in that door and find out what the hell just happened. Juicy, right? It's a big enough flag to get you interested in the game for sure. My only beef is I was a bit frustrated because I just could not understand how to get through that door, and I was so eager to have more, another slice, know more about what was going on, that it did start to irritate. Now, pitched as a horror game, the art style is a very interesting choice for this game. It's very bright, the street looks like your normal everyday suburban street. There's a cartoonish style to your character and to the neighbour. I suppose you could say everything looks rather normal, if a little bit cartoonish, but I think this is incredibly refreshing because here we are presented with a scary game that isn't set at night, it's not dark, it's not dingy, perhaps even creepier as it's happening in broad daylight, in your everyday street. Could be you, could be anyone. There's no music to this game, the, again, normal ambiance of a typical neighbourhood, but perhaps more alarming is it's very quiet. There's no one else around. It is literally you and this other man. Whether there's going to be more characters introduced, again, it remains to be seen, but I liked it this way. One of the impulses I had when I kept being thrown out was, could I find someone else? Can someone else help? But you are alone in this adventure, so suck it up. The notable sound though is there is some creepy thumping music whenever the neighbour is near to you. It starts off very low, just a sort of rumbling, and then the closer he gets, the more thudding it gets, the louder it gets, the more intense it gets, coupled with your vision clouding around the edges of the screen, it getting darker and fading into black. It works very well as a cue to know when you're in danger, and it is also creepy as hell. I didn't really have any issues with the performance. My only problem is I started the demo with the settings on its maximum, and apparently that was too much for my computer to handle, so I did get some insane lag. But once I turned it down to the next highest volume, it was fine. I did not have any crashes. I suppose I should mention the glitch that I found, in that if you manage to dive into a cupboard right before the neighbour grabs you, his face will clip through the door. This was pretty horrifying the first time it happened to me, and I think I did scream out loud, but after that I just found it quite comical of him looking around for me when his face is right in mine. But I'm sure this is something that will just be fixed in post. So the question on everybody's lips, does this game look fun? Is it enjoyable? I will be honest, I wasn't sure about this demo to begin with. I did struggle with my controller and the lag, but once I fixed those things, I was really starting to get into it. I was frustrated that I couldn't progress perhaps as quickly as I wanted to, and couldn't seem to find a way around the neighbour, or much hint of what I needed in order to get further, because he always seemed to be there whenever I tried to do anything. Perhaps he's a little bit too fast for his own good. I cannot deny that my curiosity is there, and as this is only a small fraction of what the game has to offer, I am quite excited by what else they're going to bring to the table. It's a great premise, and it does come across really well, so I think this is definitely one that people need to have on their watch list. If you like spooky games, if you like jump scares, if you like stealth and sneaking about, and let's all be honest, how many of us have heard a sound, looked across the street into that large looming house, and thought, I wonder what's going on behind those doors. If I could just but a peek. And we've all created stories in our head of the horrible things that are happening when it was probably just someone bumping into a coffee table or something. Our imagination. So to conclude, I was having a good time with this demo. There is definitely a lot here, and a lot to come. There are other alphas available that you can access now if you purchase the game. Otherwise, feel free to also sign up, and you too can try out this demo and see what you think. Give it a whirl. So I shall not be giving this game a rating as of yet. It is pending, but I am definitely interested, and I do want to see more. And that, my friends, is the sign of a very, very well done demo. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this first look at Hello Neighbour. You can also check out my full written review over on the Early Access Gaming website in the description below. If you want to see more from us here at GameCast, please like and subscribe, and keep watching for more awesome gaming content. And if you want to see more from me, you can find me on my YouTube and Twitch channels under OrangeLightning Playzone, and on Twitter under OrangeLightPZ. So, take care for now. Bye!